welcome to episode 4 of the CeleTake Podcast, where we talk anything and everything Cele Nation. You got me, Eric. You've got Mike, the host here, with Kyle, the shot doc, and we got Mr. Game Winner himself, Fritz. We had an epic week 4.
Week four.
Best week in Cele Nation history. We had 3 competitive games. I don't think any game finished out of 5 points.
Yeah.
No. You had 2 game winners with it?
Yeah, two game winners. Yeah.
So let's talk.
Which one was better? They're both just as good.
Yeah. So how you feeling so far in the season? Personally.
I had a big trade. 3-team trade a couple weeks ago. In my opinion, put me in a better situation. Just to, my team I'm on now is a little more team oriented. We don't have a guy that's going to go out there and drop 30. We don't. We probably have about 4 or 5 guys and get you 10 to 20. So just a different aspect than
And chemistry is there too.
And where I was, pretty much most other teams have 1 or 2 guys that'll go out and get you 25 or 30, and then you have a bunch of role players. Our team, I think, is a little more balanced. We don't have that 25, 30-point guy, like I said. So
You have Johnny if he's willing to do it.
I feel like Johnny.
He definitely could.
Yeah, I've been playing with Johnny since high school. That's my boy and everything. He's not. He picks his spots. We're gonna make some adjustments for the rest of the season because we have some guards that are very capable of handling the ball and bringing it up the floor and everything. We need to set more off-ball screens and more cut actions for somebody like him who's athletic and can get and finish around the rim. So we've got to use his strengths more instead of wasting it on bringing the ball up the floor. Stuff like that. So.
And Fritz, first season, rookie season, already making a big impact. How you liking it?
I'm liking it. Confidence level could go up more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a rookie, out here. So,
Playing like a vet. Playing like a veteran.
Playing like a vet. Not yet. I think I've been off, but that big shot did a lot. So, it's more gonna come.
Think we'll see you in the future too?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I'm here, man. They gotta come through me. We're going to the gym. I see you there now.
We'll see. All right, so let's get into the games. First game was the Reaper versus the Makos. You had the Makos coming away with the W, with Fritz hitting the game winner. Since you were the one that hit the game winner, last play, tell us what you saw.
What I saw?
Yeah. What was happening in the huddle?
Oh, what was happening in the huddle? Okay, so we came up with a game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Set 2 screens, one down low, one at the free throw line. Fritz curl at the 3. If it's not open, pass.
So what's set for you? The play was designed for you.
The play was designed for me. So
shout out, Luke.
But in my head, Fritz was not passing. Because they have to go down. It was me in the hoop, man. I swear. And I looked left, I looked right before I caught it. And that was it.
That was it.
Let it fly.
Fair enough.
Do or die. It was a 3. It wasn't a 2.
It was a good look. I had
Do
to
or
take
die.
it. So.
Got to go for the win. So it's exciting, man.
On the Reaper side, how'd you think Brandon Steed played? Did he think he make that team a little better?
I think, going back to the 3-team trade, I think every single team benefited.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
Yeah, I think it worked out for the best for every single team. They got a little bit less size. They have another guard now. He definitely helped facilitate the ball. It's another issue of you've got a 6'6", 6'7" guy down low in Lewis, and we're still throwing him bounce passes at his ankle. Let's throw the ball over top. Maybe that would help him out. But other than that, I think he definitely did help their team. It gives them another defender, and it gives them another offensive threat outside of Corey.
Now, the second game, we had the Rangers and La Familia. For the Rangers. Now, they're 4-0 now. 4-0. They played the Makos. They played the Dogs.
Nope.
They have not
They played the
Dogs.
Reapers
They
first.
played the
then the
Reapers.
Makos.
Record, I only lost.
They played
So
the
do we
Bandits
think?
too, right?
Yep, then the
Yeah, they
Bandits.
played the Bandits. So do we think the Rangers are still beatable?
Every team seems beatable.
Every
At this
team
point,
seems
every
beatable?
team seems very much beatable. I think that, the last 2 games, La Familia was within 4 points. Bandits were within, 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
They're beatable. I think
How do you beat it?
That's for them to see in week 7. But regardless, regardless, they are the team to beat. Obviously, they've figured out the key in this league is closing out games, and that's what separates a championship team from the rest of the pack is how do you finish the last 5 minutes of a game, and the Rangers have been doing that. And so kudos to them, but every team is beatable. On any given day, I truly believe the Bandits, who are 0-4, could beat the Rangers like we saw last week they almost did. So I don't see any team that's like this far elite above anybody else at this point.
Third game, the final game of the week. We had the Magicians and the Bandits. Somebody was walking out of there with their first W. You guessed it. The Magicians. They went ahead and put on a show. It was a really good show. Came down to the final second. Or as some people might say, the 0.5 second. Now, how did the Magicians look on the first W? Any opinions? I don't want to be biased. I'll let you guys go first.
First half, Bandits were atrocious. And you guys took advantage of that. You guys played well. I think the second half, Bandits got their spacing better. Role players hit shots. Dame finally hit shots. First half, he struggled terribly. And once they started scoring, you guys were up 12-15, and then they came back and they took the lead.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are in a very similar situation. You guys are really in a chemistry building phase, and it shows. Like, the spacing on both teams is just not really there. I loved what I saw from Nick Choi. He played much more aggressive. He heard the call out on the podcast, and he said that he took that to heart, and he said he wanted to play harder, and I appreciate that. So he did what you guys needed.
Do some more calling out on the pod.
I think you guys played a good game, but it's your second week with Braylon. So you're trying to figure out how you fit around the former MVP, and it's not an easy thing to just plug and play a guy like that. I think that Gator did a good job of not starting. He allowed the other guys to have a chance. 1v1 God played very well.
Yes, he did.
You guys have a solid team. And the Bandits, I think they played good in the second half. If they could have got it going in the first half, completely different game.
Well, so the Bandits, they're 0-4. I know we said every team is really great.
Didn't say great, I said even.
Even, okay. Even out.
Two different words.
Every team is fairly even. Do we think the Bandits could win a game? Or is it kind of looking like before the playoffs? They played the Reapers. They
played the Reapers, okay.
So right now,
that was a big one, too.
Was all their games close?
They have the Magicians.
No, they got blown out the first week, and then the past 3 weeks have been close.
Yeah.
My thing is, because I played with Dame last year in La Familia. I love his game. To me, he needs like another guy on his team that's equal to him on this thing. I don't really see that like on the Bandits.
Yeah.
There's not like a second guy when he, say if he gets in foul trouble, he gets tired or something. So that's what he's missing compared to like last year's La Familia team I was on. He had a couple other guards that could kind of hold him accountable where he needed to be. So because you're still competing against other teams, but you're competing against your teammates too if you want to get to that point. So
I mean, I think all of that too. I agree that Dame isn't. He's young. He's 20 years old now.
Yeah, he's young.
So to me, that's why I didn't draft him in the 6th spot, is because I don't feel like he's that guy that's, like I said, going to close out the game at the end of the game. I don't think he has that in him yet. I think it still takes time for him to develop that. And I agree. He played a good role when he was that third option because he was able to shine on offense in some of those games.
Hey, he gets a lot easier buckets. I mean, everything he's doing now, he has to basically create on his own.
Yes.
Because last year, there's a lot of driving in, like Vaughn or Santi when they put last year, driving in and kicking out.
Yep.
Or, Santi hit 3 in a row, better slide this way. Dame opens up a little more to make something easy. So he's just missing out on some of the easier buckets this year. So
well, what's helping them the past 2 weeks is Montel has come alive. He's played very well for them the past 2 weeks. He's shown his athleticism and his ability to finish around the rim. But their biggest flaw as a team is their rotations are terrible. They've got no clue who should be on the floor together, and I don't know if they're ever going to figure that out. If they can't figure that out, they're not going to win a game. If they can figure that out, they have a decently talented squad. I mean, Marcus is still a college-level, championship of his conference-level point guard. You got Montel, who he played professional ball to, and Dame is a solid player. Pat and Dean, if they hit shots, I don't mind that 5. It's just they got to figure out the rotations off the bench. That's a big question. Simple.
If they hit shots, though.
And they did. They did last week.
Well, now let's talk about our award predictions mid-season. We'll start with Rookie of the Year. If you had to choose one person from that you've seen,
I mean, this guy's up there.
Yeah,
he's up
so
there.
You go
sure.
Fritz.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else is there.
We've got our options. You got Fritz. You've got Phil.
There's 2. It's Fritz and Phil.
Phil.
It's Fritz and Phil.
I don't know. I think I got a sleeper that nobody's talking about.
1v1 God?
No.
Nick Choi?
Yes, Nick Choi has a walking double-double.
He's walking double-double.
But not compared to what Phil has been doing or Fritz. And to me, it's if Phil doesn't win MVP, then he'll be rookie of the
Nothing
year.
against
In my
Nick.
opinion.
Nick's skilled, but man, okay, he's got to literally be averaging double. He's not doing that. He's not.
I think he is.
No.
But you look at last season even, Joel did average a double, and he's still.
Oh yeah.
And he was dominant.
Yeah, he was tough. He was tough because I guarded him. He's just a heavy guy. It's hard to move him.
He was good, and you finish he shot like 70% from the field, and he still didn't win Rookie of the Year. So, I think it's very difficult for a big man to win that award.
But you should be in that conversation, though.
I don't think so.
No,
I think that Phil and Fritz are playing way better than him. No, I like Nick Choi's game.
Yeah.
I think that he turned it on this week. I think the whole entire season as a whole, these two have been doing it the whole time.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks were kind of in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
I'm not saying he's like top 2. I'm saying he's like, if we're doing 1, 2, 3, I feel like 3
There's
should
like
be Choi.
12 rookies, so I guess you could put him in the top 5 conversation if you want to do that. Sure. But
I like
there's
those.
2 real
Not gonna be the top
contenders.
3.
Yeah, there's not. Unfortunately, there's not. In my opinion, unless I'm sleeping on somebody completely, but I've thought about it.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Phil and Fritz.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Coach of the year, I'm thinking we all can agree.
It's Ant right now. I mean, they're in first place.
Yeah, I'm so surprised.
Yeah, me too.
their team. I don't know. Just
It came together.
they're playing a lot better than I thought
Came
they
together.
would.
I
So
think
that's
Antoine
all I
found
can
the
say.
formula with the Chili being the big man, going small, just following your footsteps.
And the humbleness, man. I know that he watched the unreleased Week 2 podcast where it went for an hour and 40 minutes, and I spoke about that, and I know he watched that, and I know he took notes because I've seen the way he's acting, and that's going to win him a championship. I told you. The past 2 seasons, he's talked so much shit, and they lose because of it. There's always some kind of bad karma.
He has been humble this season.
Yes,
he
and that's the
actually,
biggest key, man. Every time I
Yes.
know I have a good team, I don't talk shit, and I win a championship. That's just how it goes. You be humble about it, and then you just beat the shit out of everybody. Yes, that's really how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's like he learned that lesson, and I think that's a big key to his success right now. He's very humble in his winnings. I know he's still talking shit, but compared
After
to
the
what
game
he was
now.
doing,
Quietly,
it's very different. He's doing a great job.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So MVP. I feel like I'm personally, I would say Corey. And now I know what you're thinking. They're one of the worst teams in the league. But we all make playoffs. So I feel like it shouldn't matter about the team. I feel like MVP should be season who had the best season.
But how does he have the best season if he had 34 points off of 30 attempts? That's not impressive. I like Corey, but to me it's Phil and Nacho. Like, consistently doing it game in, game out, helping win games. It's just like Braylon was MVP because he led a terrible Bandits team to the second best record in the league or third best at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. That's what you need. MVP is not somebody that scores 30 points on 30 attempts on the second worst team in the league. I don't know. Unless they pick it up, I don't see him winning MVP.
You don't see it?
It's just the way he plays. I mean, I don't know him personally, but man, he would be so much. I said the same thing when I was on the team the first game. He would be literally the best player in the league if he maybe went to 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Tried something like that, but.
And 3 turnovers instead of 8.
Yeah, in my opinion, when he sees rim, he's going to the rim. So every team's strategy, in my opinion, should be, all right, I'm going to leave that guy because I know the ball's not going out. So, I mean, if he changed and adapted to that, his game would open up so much more for him, But when he sees that rim, I think it's tunnel vision, in my opinion.
Yeah. He does do that a lot.
And the emotions, too, man. He doesn't control his emotions well enough. At a certain point, the refs...
Dude's a bucket.
So what? That's one part of the game.
But, okay, he takes 30 shots, but he has to. I feel like he has to.
He does not have to. He's got a decent team around him.
He's got a solid big.
No, you got to trust somebody.
Yeah. And now he's got Brandon Steed, like...
The last week I threw Ethan that shot. Remember?
Yep.
Down low?
Yep. And he hit that.
I could have shot.
Yeah.
And look who hit the game-winning shot or the game-clinching shot last week for you guys. Vaughn. Anybody could hit a clutch shot. You give them the opportunity. If they're wide open, let it fly.
Sauce did hit that one clutch 3.
Exactly.
To win it, right?
And it builds confidence.
Yeah, it does build confidence in the team.
You always got to try and make the right basketball play.
Yeah.
Until they literally show you can't trust them.
Yeah.
I mean, you get attempts over time and time, but you got to give somebody, if it's open, make the play.
And their team's just not that bad to where he has to do that. I understand season 2, Dom doing it. His team didn't really give him much help. It's just not the case anymore. He's got relatively talented players on his team.
So defensive player of the year. I had a hard time choosing this one. Anybody?
They keep calling fouls on me, so
that takes you out of cup.
That takes me out.
I'm not gonna lie. I like my teammate Nick.
Nick.
He's always in the right spot.
Yeah.
He's always in the right spot. He jumps a little higher than you think he will.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean he's basically a pest on defense. I mean,
yeah,
he'll get you a couple steals a game. You know, he'll make it hard for you. I mean, he's not gonna let you just go and get a layup.
Yeah, he's definitely a dude you can put on like the best offensive player, definitely for sure.
Yeah, he's got a motor, so I mean, he's not gonna get tired that quickly. So.
And it's good that you got that at the guard position too, because it's a guard like heavy league, so having that at the guard position is really good. It was between him and Kyson for me so far.
Yeah, Kyson's been playing good. He's been playing good this year.
A little steal he had on Nacho, that kind of was hype. Got me hype.
I think that you got to put Dame in there, and I think over the past couple of weeks, Montel as well. The amount of blocks that he had last week.
Yeah, one on me last week.
Yeah, I would have had 3 or 4, but
Montel's jumping like crazy, though. He
dude,
jumps out the gym, man.
Fucking levitates.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's good.
Yeah, he had a lot of blocks last
You got
game.
a dunk yet? No?
I don't think so.
No.
Come on, man.
Johnny
Don't
almost
make me
buried.
get the
Oh, Johnny was bad.
almost buried.
Yeah,
Phil.
that
Oh
was
my
bad.
God.
That was bad.
Needed that one.
Yeah.
Needed that one.
And now, most improved. Anybody that's like, wow, you did so far this season.
I mean, Kyson's got to kind of be in there. I mean, compared to because he was on La Familia last year compared to last year and this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he always competes, but I mean, it's more steals, hitting some shots. I mean, he's playing his role. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Making the right passes,
yes,
too, which is a key for him.
I feel like the team's trusting him too a little bit more.
Yeah, he's in there. Zane's definitely in that
Zane,
conversation.
Zane.
You look at Zane last season, I love saying the stats, but 15% from the field, 7% from 3. He's playing phenomenal right now.
He's actually like, you can, hey, he's going to hit me 2 to 4 shots every game. You can really say that now. So, I mean, you can.
Yeah.
The hot yoga, baby.
And then the other one, granted, he skipped the season because he was so frustrated with the league, but Ethan on your team played season 2.
That's my boy.
He's very good, man. He's playing very well. Season 2, he got traded to 2 or 3 different teams, got like 3 minutes a game, got 0 playing time. Nobody had faith in him.
Okay.
And now he's playing very good. I mean, he's definitely got to be in the conversation if we're allowed to skip a season, but I'll allow it.
Well, now we got some predictions for Week 5. First game, we got the Rangers 4-0 against the Magicians, who was starting to click a little bit. Opinion. Who you got with it?
I got the Magicians squeaking it out.
Yeah, the Magicians. Why is that?
They got. I mean, if Nick Choi asserts himself like he started doing this past week, and Braylon has himself a game, I mean, it'll probably end up being another close game. I just got an edge for them. So.
You agree?
I'm going to go with the Rangers.
You know the Rangers?
For the fact that 2 weeks ago I got all 3 predictions wrong and I picked against the Rangers. So I'm going to go with the Rangers. I think that it could be a close game. I think that, once again, the Magicians could win. But I'm going to give it to the Rangers.
I'm going to go Magicians, if you're wondering.
I'm going Rangers.
You're going
Yeah, they're pretty
Rangers.
tough, man, you know. So
I mean,
that's
until
the
they
team
show
to
us,
beat.
until they show us no.
Yeah, 100%. You got to stay
Who's
with
going
it.
to break the record, you know?
Yeah.
Next game, we got the Bandits in La Familia, starting this way.
I haven't really seen both of them play, but I'm going to just go with La Familia.
Going La Familia.
Can't really see both of them play. I have to go through all the footage because,
Yeah, I'm going to go La Familia. I don't think...
I have to study everyone anyway.
I'll be honest, we're not losing one the rest of the way.
You're not losing no more?
We're not losing the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think La Familia, just because you got the chemistry, and I feel like...
Now I still feel this. Like I said, I feel like we have the best team, like overall. The way when we lock in, if we actually lock in and play defense, we have some length, and we can cover multiple positions for the most part. And if we lock in offensively, I feel like we're in there with anybody else. So I mean, I feel like this is gonna be a big week for us. We need to win this one. If we don't, we'll be go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm going La Familia.
I think La Familia is going to win. No offense, I'm rooting for the Bandits. I don't want a team to get 0 wins.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for the Bandits.
They can try again next week.
I do think. No, they can't because they're playing us, and that's their last game. So this is the one that I hope that they win, or in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm rooting for the Bandits, but I don't know, man. They got John Santos jumping ship, wanting to quit the team. It's just a mess on that side. The Wild Wild West is just.
And trade
I don't know
deadline.
what's going on?
Trade
trade deadline
up.
is. Yeah, I think it's done. There's no. we're done with trades. Let's play the fucking game. You got your team.
Yeah.
See what you
Work
can do.
on it.
Yeah, see what you can
So
do.
we got $500,000 coming out on that one. Now, last game, the Reapers and the Dogs. Reapers coming off. No, the Dogs coming off a break. Well rested. They had an L. No, they're well rested. Had a couple film sessions probably. Sip a couple wines. Talked about it.
You were here last time. Well, 2 times ago now. You were here 2 times ago at the
What
film
are you
session.
thinking? The Dogs or the Reapers?
I'm gonna have to go with the Dogs just for sole fact. Dom and Corey are gonna cancel each other out, and then where do they go from there? I mean, you got Jesu, you got. I just feel like they got a little better roster.
Yeah.
Than the Reapers do. So.
You want Reapers?
Yeah, I'm going Reapers because I suck and I'm the worst player on my team. So
Yeah, I'll probably have to go Dogs, but I think it'll be a close game.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close
agree.
game. I do think. I don't think. It's
I
gonna
hope
be
they
close.
keep building on
Yeah.
what they started. I mean, they look better last week, so keep that up.
Yes, sir.
Who are you thinking of Dogs? Reapers?
Well, I think I'm gonna go with Reapers.
You going Reapers?
They're pretty tough too, you know.
Yeah.
Like the
That'd be
Underdogs?
a big win. Yeah.
Got almost locked us. I think I got the Reapers. We're gonna see.
All right, Fritz. I'll remember that one. I'll remember that.
So that brings us to the end of our podcast.
Quick.
Yeah, it is quick. It was a
Quick
quick
and
one.
easy. Goddamn.
Efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about most of it. Steve the Kid and Alfonso coming back now.
Oh yeah, we did have a suspension.
Oh,
we did
yeah.
have a suspension. They're coming back.
Very nice. Very nice.
Maybe they can help their team
We'll
win.
see.
I don't know if they would have made a difference this week.
You don't think so?
I don't think that would have changed the outcome of the Makos and
Yeah.
Reapers.
Yeah.
Could have been like a 6-point difference.
Okay, so one team could have lost worse. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Steve would have made that much of a difference. And Alfonso's been struggling this season too.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the episode. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.